Jonas, while we're on the subject, right, you saw what happened to the budget that was approved, the budget for this year, 2026. And of course, one of the things that was removed there, and this could hit FDI, yung mga tax incentives of the two automotive companies under the CARS program, dinifer na naman. So that's probably not going to be paid. I know Senator Gatchalian explained this is not actual money, but a tax write-off. Do you think things like this could actually threaten more inflows coming in?
Not necessarily. I think the key issue really is about confidence, and we've seen this in the past. We've made certain adjustments in the past, including the anti-red tape. We've done all of the necessary improvements, but again, you need to understand that over the past years, we've had a lot of issues, and what compounded it really at this point in time is the corruption issue. So, what we want to see this time, especially investors, is how will government address all of its projects and ensure that things will be utilized properly and it will not go to corruption.
We also
So
have...
once,
Okay, go ahead.
unless we see some more concrete measures, and we are convinced that they're really doing something new compared to last year, then it's very difficult to probably see the local sentiment improving.
But you also have Executive Secretary Ralph Recto proud, for instance, that inflation is below target. But how sustainable is a country's economic performance if we rely heavily on government interventions?
Well, again, that's actually a challenge because what we need to be able to do is convince everybody that we're slowly getting back to normal and we're seeing steps to ensure that there's no, or we've minimized corruption. The government intervention is adding up to our budget deficit, especially whether this is ayuda but infrastructure spending does a lot more because it eventually trickles down to jobs, etc., and spending. What we need to be able to do is that people like you and me are comfortable to spend. With inflation, sure, below 2 to 4%, that can also mean something. When there is a high unemployment rate at 4.4%, and it's quite high for December, most likely, people don't have enough jobs and therefore they're not spending. That's also causing inflation to come down. But December was 1.8%. Remember, November was 1.5. That's a sharp rise. And that could also mean that with the concerns over rising oil prices, weaker peso, that could push inflation higher this year above the 2%.